In this video, I'm going to show you how to stitch up a rope mat. Stitching up a rope mat has several advantages to it, the most important being that you're able to stitch together both ends of your rope, which prevents your mat from unraveling. You can also stitch up the sides of your mat, the bites, which makes your rope mat a bit more rigid and pleasant to use. Now here I have a fully stitched rope mat, and it is quite hard to spot any stitches. The reason for this is that I use a thread which is about the same color as my rope. The other secret is that I place the stitches between the two bites on the outside, which makes them hard to spot from either side of the mat. The third reason why it is very hard to spot any stitches is that I use a fairly common yet unique technique of stitching which hides the stitches quite well. So in this video I'm going to show you how I stitch my rope mats. Besides your rope mat, you're also going to need a needle and some thread. Now as far as the needle goes, I use a harness needle which is used for stitching leather, and these are quite robust, so I prefer using these. A regular stitching needle will do just fine as well. As far as your thread goes, just try to make sure that your thread is a similar color to your rope mat. I'm using some waxed polyester thread here, but you can use linen or any type of a thread that you would like. I'm going to use some red thread to make things easier to see, and the first step is to thread our needle. What I like to do is to simply pierce the thread with my needle like this, and then pull my needle through and tighten it up like this. This is one way of threading your thread, and there are many others. Now on the other side of my thread, I'm going to tie a simple overhand knot in order to secure my thread and prevent it from slipping out of my stitching. Now that we've done this, go to the spot where you would like to stitch your mat. I'm going to stitch both of my ends here, which is the most important stitch because it prevents your mat from unraveling. I'm going to start by stitching through two of my ropes, or I should say passes, and coming to the outer side of my mat, like this. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to travel down through all of my passes. So I'm going to go through two and then continue going through the rest. Like this. Then I'm going to turn back towards the top and travel through the same passes again. Coming out at the top. Like this. And you can see that the stitches are hard to see. Now the last step is to again turn down towards the inner side of your mat. Let's say that we're going to go under and through two of my rope ends. And then we're going to finish by basically just making a couple of knots. So like this, and then go through. and again, like this, and then through. And then finally, I just feed my needle all the way to the other side. Here, like this. Then pick up some scissors and simply snip off the end. And with that, you have a fairly invisible stitch for your rope mat. You could hide this stitch even further if you did it between the two sections of cords, but I think this is enough.